Hi guys, welcome back to Too Cool for Middle School. Today I'm doing the 20 questions tag. This is a tag that's been around for a long time, but Florence from Teacher Tales recently revived it and kind of made it more for teacher tubers. So a lot of people from the teacher YouTuber community have started to do it, and it's kind of fun to give you a little peek into the channel life of somebody. Jensen is in his crib, which is right there, so you can probably hear him playing around and talking to himself, but he's happy, so for now we're just gonna leave him right there. So okay, question number 1 is, how did it feel to make your first video? And it's been a while, so I don't really remember. I think that it was a December favorites video. I should check back on my channel. I have over 200 videos, so it's been a while since I've done my first one, but I had seen so many people do favorites videos that I was just like, this is something that I could do. I could talk about some things that I've been enjoying for the month, and I remember that I included some books. I think I talked about December, and I just talked about things that were important to me. There was no editing. I can't remember if I did that on my phone or on my husband's video camera, which was like a $100 video camera. So I didn't have any, nice stuff. I made it right here in this same office. But to be honest, it felt pretty easy just because I had watched so many, and I just kind of copied that same pattern of doing a favorites video. Number 2 is, did you show anyone your first video before you uploaded? No, of course not. I just made it. I didn't even do any editing, and then I just put it on YouTube. I don't even remember much about that process either. It was just up. 3, do your friends and family know about your channel? They do as of very recently. Of course Derek knew about it because, we live in the same house and we're married. But my sisters and my parents and stuff like that didn't know about the channel until pretty recently. I've actually done a couple of videos with my youngest sister. She did one with me here. I think we did the sister tag, and then when I was visiting my family a couple weeks ago, we did a get ready with me, and then my dad even did a video with me. So they've very recently found out about it, but it wasn't something that I talk about. Number 4, are any of your family and friends subscribed to your channel? I really don't think so. I think by now more of my friends know about it, but to be honest, it wasn't really for my friends. If I want to talk to my friends, I just talk to them, but this is more to help newer teachers and just kind of share the journey that I was on, and to be able to talk to people who I don't get to talk to in real life. So I didn't really feel the need to tell many of my friends about it. Number 5, did anyone think you were crazy for being a YouTuber? I mean, again, not very many people knew, but now actually my students have found out about my channel. They found out way earlier this year than most groups of students do, and they're just funny because a lot of them, have their own little YouTube channels as well, and so I don't have that many subscribers, but they think that I do. They're like, oh my gosh, how do you have 12,000 subscribers? That's so crazy. So that's kind of funny. They probably talk to me about it more than anybody else in my life. Do you want to get out now? Are you ready to get up? Number 6 is, how and why did you choose your YouTube channel name? I always want to know this about people. I think I've mentioned this a couple times now, but I love the movie Zoolander, and for some reason that part where he's trying to insult Hansel, and he's like, you think you're too cool for school, but I got a newsflash for you, Walter Cronkite, you aren't. I just thought that was so funny. In high school, me and my friends used to say that to each other all the time. So I thought I should incorporate that into my channel name, but then put the middle in there too. So Too Cool for Middle School. Plus I wanted people to know that it was about teaching or middle school, but that we also did other things too. Sometimes we're too cool for that and we talk about makeup or fashion or parenting or whatever. Speaking of parenting, here's the little one. He used to be in so many of my videos when he was teeny tiny and didn't move around so much. Huh. Now you're too crazy. See, he wants to go run. Are you gonna go run around? Give me a high five. Give me a high five. Thank you. You wanna go run? Yeah? Okay. See, he comes and checks it out and then realizes it's not that exciting, and then he goes off. Number 7, what have you gained from being a YouTuber? This is a good question too. One thing that I've gained are tech skills that I really didn't think that I had. I still know very little about cameras and film editing and stuff like that. I just kind of do my best with what I can, but I have learned a lot more about filming and editing videos and making thumbnails and just how YouTube works. I still have so much to learn. And the cool thing is, every time I do a collab with somebody, they always teach me something. Like, I didn't know that you could schedule videos until I did a collab with somebody, and then they showed me how. I didn't know that you could save all of your, like, there's like keywords or whatever that you can put in your video so people can look it up and find it by those keywords. I didn't know that you could save those. I didn't know how to do like a live Google Hangout until I did that with Paige from Love and Literacy. So every time that I work with other people, my knowledge goes way up. So I definitely encourage you to try and collaborate with others, because you just learn like little tips and tricks along the way that eventually, you know, kind of add up to knowing a little bit more about this YouTube thing. And I definitely would have to say that I have gained friends out of doing YouTube, and my YouTube is very connected to my Instagram as well. Those are my two main social media platforms, and I've definitely made friends with people that, you know, have encouraged me, and I've been able to encourage them, and we talk on social media, and I've even gotten to meet a couple of people in person. So I know that it's this online community, but it really is a nice place to make especially teacher friend. Number 8 is, are you interested in doing giveaways? Yeah. I have a giveaway coming up that I just need to get it filmed, and I'm going to do it over on Twitter. I'm not as active on Twitter as I'd like to be, so in order to like push myself into that platform a little bit more, I'm going to do a giveaway over there, and I just need to research a little bit like the best way to do and keep track of like all the entries for a giveaway over on Twitter. So that is something that's coming up, and I'm working with one of my favorite companies, and you might already know who they are. I just like begged them, like, can I do a giveaway of your stuff because you're great. Number 9 says, do you allow your subscribers to send you gifts? Of course, man, I love gifts. That's my love language. When I was pregnant, actually, quite a few people just emailed me or messaged me on Instagram and asked if they could send me something, and it was the nicest thing ever. I was like, what? You want to do what? And I got some really sweet little gifts, and I just was like, I don't even understand this. But then actually a couple people that I follow had babies, and I wanted to do the same thing for them, and I was on the other side of it, like messaging them like, no, this is weird, but I just want to send you a present for the baby. Can I just mail it to you? So I've been on both sides of that. And actually, my husband keeps telling me to get a P.O. box so that people don't always have to contact me about mailing things. I can just put it like in the description bar. So I need to go to the post office soon anyway, so maybe that's something that I'll finally get around to doing, because I love snail mail. I love letters and packages. That's like my favorite thing, so for sure. Number 10, how do your kids feel about you being on YouTube? I guess this could apply to either students or your actual kids. Like I said, my students are just kind of like fascinated, and they just think it's kind of cool. And obviously Jensen's too young to understand, but I kind of like that I have a lot of documentation of him. I rarely, print out pictures anymore, so I like that I have pictures of him on Instagram. Like, my parents used to videotape us all the time when we were little, and we loved seeing those videos. So like, my vlogs are always my lowest views. Like, people don't really watch my vlogs, but I don't care, because that's where I usually get a lot of like Jensen footage, and I will have that forever, and I'll get to go back and look at that when he's older, and I just think that's really special. What was the question? Number 11, how do you choose your topics? I don't even really know. I have a little book actually where I keep track of them. That's weird. It was here a minute ago. But sometimes I'll write down just things that I want to do in the future, and I just eventually get around to it. Sometimes people request certain things, and then I try to make those. If I have like a really cool lesson that I want to share, then I make sure to schedule that at a good time. And then sometimes I do collabs with other people, and they come up with ideas, and that's kind of fun too. Hi, Jensen. Oh, well then number 12 says, would you consider collaborating with others to make videos? That's my favorite kind of video. I love doing that. Number 13, other than makeup and fashion, what do you like to watch on YouTube? Well, that is my number one. I watch a lot of makeup tutorials or like beauty YouTubers that also do different things. So it's not just makeup tutorials, but you know, like their favorites videos or unboxings or whatever. I love like Estee Lalonde. I've watched her for a long time. Claire Marshall, Lily Pebbles, the Anna Edit, Whaley, Jen from Head to Toe. So I watch those people like for their beauty knowledge initially, but then I just stay, I think, for like their personality and their aesthetic. I also love John Green videos. I like any like crash course history videos. Those are some of my favorites. That was probably the first YouTube channel I ever subscribed to be honest. And then of course I watch teacher videos. There are so many amazing teacher YouTubers now. Oh, the other thing that I watch a lot is like planner videos. I love watching plan with me's when people, you know, do their like sticker layouts and everything in their planners. So I usually watch YouTube like while I'm getting ready in the morning on my phone in my bathroom. So every day I probably at least watch a couple YouTube videos. Number 14, have you ever loaded the wrong video? No, videos take like hours to load. I don't know how I would load the wrong one. Number 15, do you prefer filming alone or with others? Well, the nice thing about YouTube is that you can just do it by yourself. Like, I'm just doing this by myself. I set it up and then I'll edit it by myself and upload it, and you don't really need any help from anyone. So that's something that I think actually a lot of people enjoy about YouTube. Surprisingly, a lot of people on YouTube are introverts where, you know, like they're very bubbly on camera, so you kind of wouldn't think that, but they like this format of like reaching out to people on their own terms and working alone. So to be honest, I do enjoy that aspect of it a little bit, but I've gotten to film with other people a couple of times and I've loved it. I love doing like live chats. So I kind of want to challenge myself and do more videos that are with other people. Just takes a lot more planning and setup. Number 16, you don't have to give names, but are there any YouTubers that irk you? If so, what is it about them that irks you? Well, of course, I am very easily irked, so of course there are. But no one is like making you watch anyone's YouTube video. Like, that's why I don't really understand when people like thumbs down a video or leave a mean comment. I'm like, why did you watch? I truly don't understand that. Like, if you don't like that person, why are you watching? I've definitely started watching channels where I was like, I don't really like this person, and then I just don't, and I move on. I'm sure people have done the same to me. 17, what is some general advice you would give to someone wanting to start a channel? I think I would just say do everything to the best of your ability, but don't wait until things are perfect. So use what you've got. If you just have a phone camera or kind of a cheap camera. Like, I don't use lighting because that's just too much of a hassle. I just have windows right here, but I know that this spot in my apartment probably has the best lighting and, you know, makes the video easier to watch. If I did it somewhere else, it might be a little dim and a little bit harder to see. This is just like the best spot for me. I'm working with the best of what I have, and I try to put out the best videos that I can, even if they aren't as high quality as some other videos that you see on YouTube. So that would be my advice, is just do your very best, but try not to compare it to someone else's best, because they might just have more stuff than you. That's always going to be the case. Number 18, have you thought about transitioning from YouTube to your own website? I don't really know what that means. I don't really know why I would do that. I have a blog. Is that what they mean? I don't know. Number 19, what are some opportunities that you have received because of YouTube? I have had, you know, a couple of opportunities come my way. I was never going to mention this, but since that question sort of brought it up, I'll just tell you, a couple weeks ago, Amazon reached out to me and asked me to come to New York and film kind of like a QVC thing where they were kind of trying to, you know, show their back to school products that they have, and they wanted the people talking about the products to be like moms and teachers. So they contacted me the day before I would have had to fly to New York, and that was also the first day of school. So I talked to my principal about it, I talked to my husband about it, and we were gonna try to make it work, but in the end it was just too short of notice. It would have been too hard to do, but I would love the opportunity to get to work with them again someday. And then, you know, what was the most disappointing thing about it is that like, you know, after we kind of decided like, all right, this isn't gonna work, like, you know, I was bummed, but I was like, whatever, there'll be other opportunities. And then my friend Casey Morris, teaching on Less, she did end up getting to go. And so then I was like, darn it, we've always wanted to meet. Like, we always tell each other, like, if we met in real life, we'd be like BFFs. So then I realized like that would have been part of the trip, and I was like, no, I totally wish I would have gotten to meet her. So then I was actually really bummed. So I'm hoping that more opportunities like that will present themselves. I love stepping out of my comfort zone and meeting new people, and I would really love to get to do something like that. And then sometimes I just get to do like small projects with brands, a lot of times not for money or anything, but like, for example, I made that Scholastic book fair video the other day because the girl who, I don't know, it's like our contact person at Scholastic, watches my YouTube videos, and she was like, oh my gosh, you work here at this school that I, you know, work with the librarian. And so she just asked like if I would do a video to help promote the book fair at our school. So, you know, I just did that for her, of course. This dress actually that I'm wearing, somebody just sent it to me. They like sell dresses on Amazon, show it to you a little bit better. And they were just like, we will send you a dress, and then if you feel like wearing it in a video, that would be cool. So I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So anything black and floral, I love. And it's so hot today still, and this is like really like fluttery and cool. So yeah, I'm like, sure. So little opportunities like that come along for me, you know, like every so often, and I still get excited about that. And then number 20, when you first started, how did you get the word out? It's kind of a bummer of a question to end on because I didn't do anything to get the word out. I just put them on the internet, and I remember seeing one time that a video had 12 views, and I was like, cool, 12 people that I don't know watched that video. And then one time a video had 100 views, and I was like, what, 100 views? That is so cool. There are so many people on the internet, so many people on YouTube that, you know, it's tough to like fight for space in people's schedule. There's so many other things they could be clicking on. So like any little view was really exciting for me, and I didn't do anything to promote it. Like I would put my videos also on my blog. I used to be a lot better about that. I need to update my blog a little bit now that I think of it. And sometimes, not very often, but sometimes I will like mention on Instagram that I have a new video up, but I don't like to do that all the time. Just, I don't even know. I don't have like a rhyme or reason of when I do and when I don't. Hi. So anyway, I hope that was kind of a fun way for you to get to know my channel a little bit. And if you are also interested in starting a channel, maybe that gave you some advice or inspiration or something. Oh, Jensen has my phone. Don't eat that, please. It's not a real donut. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Jensen, can you say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Can you blow a kiss?